All right, welcome to the 1.24 release team meeting. This is Wednesday, the 23rd of February. Please be aware that this meeting does abide by the Kubernetes Code of Conduct, which can be summarized as please be excellent to one another. Don't see any open discussion items today, but I will loop back to that at the end in case anything gets added over the course of the meeting. And why don't we kick it off with enhancements team, Priyanka. What updates do you have for us?
Hey everyone, so our overall status is green. We just received an exception request this last week, 1432, which was approved. It's also implemented. So our total fact number is 67 now. Yeah.
Sounds good. Any questions for Priyanka or enhancements team? Silence is golden. Let's move on to Christoph with CI Signal.
Hi, this is Christoph for CI Signal. So today we have one failing test in master blocking. I'm yet about to look for the issue. This test is failing since yesterday. We have a couple of more failing in master informing. And apart from this, I got pinged by Leonard that we have a couple of issues that need some closer attention. Right now, we are looking for responsible, so people who can help out on a couple of issues here about flaky tests and even a cherry pick. And apart from this, we have 2 PRs that need to be approved by Kubernetes release managers. So also here would be great to get some help.
Sounds good. If you do need some additional help finding folks to help out with the flaky test, if you want to maybe start a thread in SIG release, and then James, maybe we can pull in some folks that have shadowed or led CI Signal in the past to help out with that.
Yeah, I agree. I think a thread in Slack is probably the best bet to get that started, just for extra visibility, because then we can find SIG chairs and all sorts and tag them in.
This would be great. Okay, cool.
Sounds good. Any questions for Christoph or CI Signal? Awesome. Let's move on to bug triage with Ritu.
Hi, everyone. Good morning. Good afternoon. So the status from bug triage is we have one blocking issue, and which is the Docker shim, which will remain till the mid of the release based on like the discussion we had last time. And we have 0 blocking PRs. So our status still continues to remain green, and we are seeking continuous updates from the team. So it looks good.
Sounds good. Any questions for bug triage? Cool. I know Docs has been busy. Let's move on to Docs with Meha.
Hello, everyone. So our current status is green and integration branch is healthy. We are currently tracking 67 enhancements, out of which still there are remaining 54 PRs. We have 4 draft PRs, 4 are in review process, and 1 completely merged, and 4 don't require docs. So, however, we don't have any major changes since our previous meeting. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions for Docs? All right. I don't see an update from release notes here. Do we have Lucas or anyone from the release notes team that's able to speak to things there?
Hey, so it's me, Parul, from the release notes team. And I guess Lucas isn't there in the meet. probably busy with some other work. And we do not have any major updates from the previous meet. It's just that we would be having another meeting set up along with all the release notes, Shadows, and Lucas himself for discussing the errors we were facing with Krell. And that would be it.
Awesome, thank you. Any questions for release notes? All right, and let's move on to comms.
Yeah, hi everyone. With comms, we have started the initial draft for removals and deprecation blocks. So please reach out to us if you have any content. And we have a tracking sheet now where we will be reaching out to enhancement owners to help us with the removal and deprecation block. Also, the release block part, as soon as the deprecation block the initial draft is prepared, we'll be starting up with the release block part, and the enhancement sheet is now prepared, and we'll be reaching out to people soon. Another thing we have here is like, James, if you have any message to send it to SIG leads, as I got the context from Mickey, like last time, the lead had some content to send out to SIG leads to reach out for the release blogs and enhancement and deprecation blogs. So we could merge all those content and reach out to SIG leads if they have anything for the deprecation or removal blogs or feature tracking they would like to highlight.
Yeah, I mean, I'm more than happy to reach out. I'll reach out to everyone with some message. I'll start a Slack thread after this meeting to discuss how we're going to do that, because it could either be in Slack or via the email list. We'll have to decide the best way. Yeah, I think that's pretty straightforward. I'm happy to do that.
Yeah, cool. So that's it. That's the update from comms.
Sounds good. Do we have any questions for the comms team? Cool. And with that, it looks like I'm seeing no new updates for release branch management, but Nabarun, if you're on the call, is there anything that you wanted to share while you've got the time? If not, that's okay too. I said you did post no new updates on the doc. I just wanted to make sure that.
Yeah, I don't see him on the call or Jim,
right.
So.
Sounds good. We will move on to Joseph with our EA update then.
Hey everybody, it's good to see you. I've been gone for a couple of weeks, so I'm glad to be back. The things to look out for is we're getting about to mid-cycle, and I will be sending out a survey to all of you to kind of see how things are going, as this will also help queue up things for our upcoming mid-cycle retro, which also we should try to get some things in there as well. If you have things that have come up during this release, make sure you put some of these things down so we can make improvements. As well as I will be doing some additional lead and shadow outreach. I started earlier in the cycle just to kind of see how things are going for individuals, make sure that you're staffed accordingly. As individuals, you felt like you had all the things that you needed to be successful. And I think there's still a few things that we could do to improve. And I think one of them is what James has called out in SIG Release is we've been really trying to make sure that our meeting times are inclusive of everybody around the globe. And so I know he's put a call out for timing for the Friday. So I'm keenly looking at that, and hopefully we can make sure that everyone has something that, or times that is convenient for them. I think that's it. So happy Wednesday. Great to see everybody.
Any questions for Joseph? All right. With that, I will pass it off to James.
Hello, friends. All right, so first up, last time I said I was going to be going to speak on the team's behalf at the community meeting. I turned out not to be able to make this due to a last-minute conflict, but Xander very, very helpfully went for the team instead. I understand it was fine, no issues.
Yep, it went well. Good group of folks.
Excellent. So thank you very much for that, Xander. Next point, as Joseph just mentioned, we are going to add a Friday meeting. This is designed to be more in an APAC friendly time zone. I'm planning to close the doodle poll for that in about 40, 50 minutes and send out invites, and with a first meeting this Friday, the 25th. I think looking at, there's only been 2 responses so far. I think their consensus was around about 9 or 10 a.m. UTC, which is like 1 or 2 in the morning for you in the US, I think, which is fine. But we'll see. And yes, I will share that link. I will just go and pull it out and put it in the chat in a second. Other than that, I don't think I have any particular update. Yeah. I will go, and one thing that, so this Friday meeting was kind of like a informal thing in previous releases, but not done formally. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to amend the schedule to say when we introduce it, and then when the next release lead comes along and copies the 124 schedule to make the 125 schedule, they'll bring that with them, so they can introduce it as like an actual thing rather than having to do it that way. Oh, thank you both for posting that in the chat. So hopefully this kind of introducing an APAC friendly meeting on a Friday will just stick in the schedule rather than just being an ad hoc thing, is my intent anyway. We'll see. I'm ready to know.
All right, I don't see any open discussion items that have been added, so I will end the recording here. But yeah, y'all are doing a fantastic job. This release has some pretty high impact items associated with it, and so I know that can be a little stressful. And y'all are doing just a really amazing job keeping up with everything. And yeah, so thank you all for your efforts. Seriously. With that, I will end the recording.